My name is Michael Kister. Today I'm talking about the regulations, the rules that the NFL has put on the game of football in order to make it a lesser contact of a sport. The game of football today has become soft. Each and every player wants guidelines and rules on how they should play the game. Rather, I should say they don't want it. The NFL is forcing it upon them. The game of football has been a contact sport since the early 1900s. Each player that has played the game has given it their all, go out each and every single day to give their all and to lay their bodies on the line for their organization, their team, their city, their families. Each player in high school and college football works their way up so they can be the best player and to be the number one pick in the NFL draft. If not the number one pick, they want to be in the first round or the second round for money. Some players play the game of football for money. Some players play it for their families. Some players play it for their family and their city. Every year, each player is putting their body at risk to play football, and they're risking bodily injuries, concussions, everything that comes with the risk of playing football, much like a soldier that goes to war, putting his body, for his or her body on the line each and every day for his or her country, family, city, whatever it is, you're putting your body on the line. The NFL wants to soften the game of football and take away contact from the sport. One of the big things that has caused problems in the NFL today has been targeting. Targeting is when an NFL player, offense or defense, uses his head and goes straight forward with his head to take out the opposing player. This has become a serious problem because many players are getting concussions and suffering serious injuries from this. Each player puts their life and their body out on the line each and every single day to go perform for their city. Their team needs what they're doing. They obviously drafted their skills to go out there and play. It's a contact sport. It's been a contact sport. Players are worried more and more each day about getting injured and not performing as well as they possibly can. Receivers are coming across the middle to catch a pass, scared. They're shying away from the football because of the hits that they're going to take from the defenders. The NFL is trying to soften the game of football and take away from its history and what it has been for the past 100 years. Tony Dorsett, a former Dallas Cowboys running back, according to DallasCowboys.com, played in the year 1975 with 2 injuries. 1, strained tendon. 2, a broken pinky bone. He was able to play all 16 games with those injuries. He suffered those injuries in spring training, the training camp, before the season, before the 16 games. He played every single game in the regular season with those 2 injuries. Players today are worried about if they trip over a certain thing on the field, or if they can't tackle right or anything, if they get turf toe. Players today are too worried about what the NFL wants them to think. The NFL is taking away from the contact sport, and they're changing the game altogether by changing one rule. One way in order to solve the problem that the NFL has with softening the sport is to make new equipment. Make the game of football more enjoyable for players. Make them feel safe out there instead of when players go across the middle to take a hit or to catch a ball. Don't make them feel scared. Make them feel that as hard as they want to hit, they can hit, and that nothing will happen to them. The only way you can make this right in the NFL is to use technology and science that we have today, like hydration and recovery, and turn that towards the safety of players. Is new equipment, or to find players to suspend them. Say a player makes $3 million a year. For every bad hit that he makes, fine him 2/3 of his contract. $2 million. Fine him $2 million for every bad hit that he makes. I guarantee you the player will learn his lesson. Rather than players today, NFL regulators and officials are fining players $25,000, $50,000 for each hit. No, fine them $2 million, 2/3 of their contract of what they're making each year, and I guarantee you that will get through their head, and they will learn that you should not target players and not attack players to purposely injure them. Another thing is when players are targeting people, they're aiming lower at the body, lower. They're going lower for the ACL and the tendons. An ACL injury puts you out longer than a concussion. Concussion lasts from about 1 to 3 weeks. ACL, 9 months. 9 months for an ACL to heal and then you can start getting on the field and get back to your routine. So probably about a full year in order to get back to where you were before. I mean, just it's that simple. Start targeting certain players for their hard hits with their money. The reason they play the game for money. Or make new equipment. It's that simple. Don't soften the game of football. Keep it the way it has been for the past 100 years. Thank you.